This is Recipe for Sleep, a podcast where we dust off very old cookbooks and let them lull us into dreamland. We'd love for you to join our community at thanksalt.com, where I share my own recipes and stories. I'm Erin Brindley, a chef and storyteller. In this podcast, I read old books to you until you fall asleep. We always start a little the same, which, if you listen enough, helps tell your mind it's time for sleep. This week, we slide back into Fannie Farmer's What to Have for Dinner. 2 episodes in, and we still have 8 more menus to go in the family dinner section. Tonight, though, in honor of the holiday season, I'm going to skip ahead to page 101, where we'll begin Dinners for Occasions. How much has Thanksgiving changed in the last 110 years? A little. There's turkey for sure, but the pie is mince instead of pumpkin. The theme that survives the centuries is a shocking amount of food. Would we have it any other way? So turn the lights out, put away anything you were doing, and snuggle deep into your sweet covers. Imagine the kitchen of your mind. There are 2 cupboards there. There's yesterday's cupboard, for all of the things that have already happened that your mind wants to chew on. And tomorrow's cupboard, for all the things that you're going to do, or what's going to happen later. At this time of year, that can be a lot. It's time to put everything away in those cupboards. Imagine closing each one. You made it. To this cozy, quiet time of day where there's nothing to do but listen to me read you old cookbooks until you drift off to sleep. Now, let's let Fannie ring us into the holiday season. Part 2. Dinners for Occasions. Thanksgiving Dinners. Menu number 1. New England. Our rural ancestors, with a little blessed, patient of labor when the end was rest, indulged the day that housed their annual grain, with feasts and offerings and a thankful strain. Pope. Oyster stew, celery, oyster crackers, roast stuffed turkey, brown gravy, cranberry molds, Oak Hill sweet potatoes, turnips and carrots in white sauce, boiled onions, chicken pie, mince pie, squash patties, fruit pudding, brandy sauce, assorted nuts, raisins, café noir. Oyster stew. 1 quart oysters, 1 cup water, 3 cups milk, 1 blade mace, 1/3 cup butter, ½ tablespoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper. Clean oysters by placing in a colander and pour over cold water. Carefully pick over oysters, reserve liquor, and heat to boiling point. Strain through double cheesecloth. Add oysters and cook until oysters are plump and edges begin to curl. Remove oysters with a skimmer and put in tureen with butter, salt, and pepper. Add oyster liquor, strained a second time, and milk which has been scalded with mace, then mace removed. Serve with oyster crackers. Roast turkey. Dress, clean, stuff, and truss a turkey and rub over with salt. Place on back on rack in dripping pan and spread breast, legs, and wings with 1/4 cup butter rubbed until creamy and mixed with 1/4 cup flour. Dredge the bottom of the pan with flour. Place in hot oven, and when surface is browned, reduce heat and baste with fat in pan. Turn bird on breast to complete the roasting and baste every 15 minutes with 1/2 cup butter dissolved in 2 cups boiling water, and after this is used, with fat in pan. Stuffing. 3½ cups stale bread, 1 cup boiling water, 1/2 cup butter, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper, 2 teaspoons poultry seasoning, 1/2 cup finely chopped celery. Pour boiling water over bread and let stand 15 minutes. Put a cheesecloth and press out all water if it is possible. Add butter, seasonings, and celery. Brown gravy. Pour off liquid in pan in which turkey has been roasted. From liquid, remove 4 tablespoons fat. Return to roasting pan and brown with 4 tablespoons flour. Pour on gradually, while stirring constantly, 2 cups stock in which giblets, necks, and tips of wings have been cooked. Cook 5 minutes, season with salt and pepper, and strain. Cranberry molds. 1 quart cranberries, 1 cup boiling water, 2 cups sugar. Pick over and wash cranberries. Put in stew pan, add sugar and water, bring to boiling point, and let boil 15 minutes. Rub through a sieve and turn into small cordial glasses. Chill and remove from molds. Oak Hill sweet potatoes. Select sweet potatoes of medium size. Wash, pare, and parboil 8 minutes. Drain and place in pan in which turkey is roasting. Bake until soft, basting fat in pan when basting meat. The time required for baking will be about 35 minutes. Turnips and carrots in white sauce. Wash, pare, and cut turnips in 1/2 inch cubes. There should be 1½ cups. Wash and scrape carrots and cut in 1½ inch cubes. There should be 1 cup. Cook in boiling salted water until soft. Drain and add 1 cup white sauce. White sauce. 2½ tablespoons butter, 3 tablespoons flour, 1 cup milk, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper. Melt butter and add flour, and pour on gradually while stirring constantly hot milk. Add seasonings, bring to boiling point, and beat until smooth and glossy. Boiled onions. Remove skins from 10 medium-sized onions. Cover with boiling water and let boil 10 minutes. Drain. Again cover with boiling salted water and cook until tender. Drain, add 2 tablespoons butter, and sprinkle with salt. Chicken pie. Dress, clean, and cut up 2 fowls in pieces for serving. Put in stew pan. Cover with boiling water and cook until chicken is tender, adding 1 teaspoon salt and 1/8 teaspoon pepper when chicken is half cooked. Remove chicken and strain stock. Skim off fat and reduce stock to 3 1/2 cups. Melt 4 tablespoons butter, add 1/3 cup flour, and pour on gradually while stirring constantly reduced stock. Remove larger bones from fowls and add meat to gravy, allowing it to stand several hours that chicken may absorb as much gravy as possible. Turn in a large pudding dish and cover with plain paste in which several incisions have been made that there may be an outlet for the escape of steam and gases. Wet edges of crust and put around a 3/4 inch rim, having rim come close to edge. Decorate top with paste cut in fancy shapes. Bake in hot oven 45 minutes. Chicken pie may be made a day in advance and reheated for serving. Many prefer a top made of puff paste, in which case it is best to bake tops separately. Plain paste. 1/3 cup lard, 3 tablespoons butter, 1½ cups flour, ½ teaspoon salt, cold water. Mix and sift flour and salt and work in lard, using tips of fingers. Add cold water to form a stiff dough. Turn on a slightly floured board. Knead slightly. Pat and roll out, having dough twice as long as it is wide. Form butter into a pat and place on center of lower half of dough. Fold upper half over lower half and press edges firmly together. Fold one side over enclosed butter, the other side under enclosed butter, and press edges firmly together. Turn halfway round, pat and roll out. Fold from ends towards the center, making 3 layers. Repeat until paste has had 4 turns. Then fold from ends to center and double, making 4 layers when paste is ready for use. Puff paste. Wash 1/2 pound butter. Work 1 tablespoon of it into 1/2 pound flour using the tips of fingers. Then add cold water to form a stiff dough. Turn on a floured board, knead slightly, cover, and let stand 5 minutes. Pat, roll out, fold in butter, folding first from the ends and then from the sides. Cover again and let stand 5 minutes. Pat, roll, and fold to make 3 layers. Roll and fold 5 times for patties, pie crust, fancy desserts, etc. 7 times for vol au vents, allowing it to stand 1 minute between each rolling and folding. Mincemeat. 5 cups chopped cooked beef. 2½ cups chopped beef suet. 7½ cups chopped apples. 3 cups cider. ½ cup vinegar. 1 cup molasses. 5 cups sugar. 3/4 pound citron, finely chopped. 2½ cups whole seedless raisins. 1½ cups raisins, finely chopped. Juice of 2 lemons. Juice 2 oranges. 1 tablespoon mace. 2 tablespoons cinnamon. 2 tablespoons cloves. 2 tablespoons allspice. 2 nutmegs grated. 2 tablespoons lemon extract. 1 teaspoon almond extract. 1 cup brandy. Salt. Liquor in which meat was cooked. Mix ingredients in order given and season well with salt. Reduce liquor in which meat was cooked to 3 cups. Add to mixture, bring to boiling point, and let simmer 1 1/2 hours. Mince pie. Line a perforated tin pie plate with plain paste and fill with mincemeat. Wet edges of undercrust with cold water. Cover with upper crust of puff paste and press edges together. Ornament with a rim and perforate upper crust that steam may escape. Squash patties. 1 cup steam and sifted squash. 1 cup sugar. 3 eggs slightly beaten. 1 teaspoon cinnamon. 1 teaspoon nutmeg. 3/4 teaspoon ginger. 3/4 teaspoon salt. 1/4 teaspoon mace. 4 tablespoons brandy. 1 cup heavy cream. Line fluted patty pans with plain paste. Brush paste with white of egg. Sprinkle with stale breadcrumbs and fill pans 2/3 full of squash mixture. Bake in quick oven at first, then decrease the heat and complete the cooking. Squash patties, when eaten at their best, should be freshly baked and served warm. Fruit pudding. 1/4 pound suet. 1/2 pound figs. 2½ cups stale breadcrumbs. 3/4 cup of milk. 3 eggs. 1 cup brown sugar. 1 teaspoon salt. 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon. 1½ teaspoon nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon clove. 1/2 cup English walnut meats. 1/2 cup raisins, seeded and cut in pieces. 2 tablespoons flour. 2½ teaspoons baking powder. Chop suet and work until creamy using the hand. Chop figs and work into the suet. Soak breadcrumbs in milk. Add eggs well beaten, sugar, salt, and spices. Combine mixtures and add raisins mixed with nut meats broken into pieces and dredged with flour mixed with baking powder. Turn into a buttered mold. Cover and steam 3 hours. Serve with brandy sauce. Brandy sauce. 1¼ cups brown sugar. 1/3 cup water. Yolks 2 eggs. 1/3 cup heavy cream. 2 tablespoons brandy. Few grains salt. Put sugar and water in saucepan. Bring to boiling point and let boil until syrup will thread. Pour syrup gradually on yolks of eggs beaten until thick and lemon-colored. Beat until mixture is cool and thick. Then add cream, beaten until stiff, brandy, and salt. Thanksgiving dinners, menu number 2. And if I send them away fasting to their own houses, they will faint by the way, for divers of them came from far. Clam soup. Browned crackers. Halibut rolls, sauce tartare, dressed cucumbers. Roast turkey with chestnut stuffing. Giblet gravy. Maitre d'eau del potatoes. Mashed winter squash. Onions and cream. Cranberry punch. Pear salad. French dressing. Thanksgiving pudding. Hard sauce. Vanilla ice cream. Hot chocolate sauce. Sponge cake. Assorted nuts. Fruit. Café noir. Clam soup. 2 quarts clams in shell. 1¼ cups water. 2 tablespoons butter. 2 crackers rolled. Salt. Pepper. 1 quart scalded milk. Wash clams thoroughly, scrubbing with a brush. Put into kettle. Add 1/4 cup water. Cover closely. Let steam until shells open slightly. Remove clams from shell and separate soft from hard parts. Chop hard parts. Add clam liquor and 1 cup water. Bring slowly to a boiling point and let simmer 45 minutes. Strain through double thickness of cheesecloth. Add butter, soft part of clams, cracker dust, and seasonings. Heat very hot, but do not allow mixture to reach boiling point. Turn into tureen and add milk. Serve immediately, or soup will have a curdled appearance. Browned crackers. See page 51 under Family Dinners. Menu number 14. Halibut rolls. Clean a slice of halibut weighing 1½ pounds, removing bone and skin, and cut fish in 8 fillets. Sprinkle with salt and pepper, and dip each fillet separately in melted butter, then roll and fasten with skewers. Dip in egg and crumbs. Fry 7 minutes in deep fat and drain on brown paper. Serve with sauce tartare. See page 17 under Family Dinners, menu number 4. Roast turkey. Dress, clean, stuff, and truss a turkey. Plunge into boiling water and let stand 5 minutes. This is known as plumping. Place in a steamer and let steam 2 hours. Remove to dripping pan and roast same as roast turkey. See page 102 under New England Thanksgiving Dinner. Serve with giblet gravy. Stuffing. Shell chestnuts and cook in boiling salted water until soft. Drain and force through a potato ricer. There should be 1 1/2 cups. Add 1 1/2 cups cracker crumbs, moisten with cream, and season with salt and poultry seasoning. Giblet gravy. Make brown gravy. See page 103 under New England Thanksgiving Dinner, and add turkey giblets, heart, liver, and gizzard, finely chopped. Maître d'hôtel potatoes. Wash and pare potatoes and cut in 1/2 inch cubes or fancy shapes. There should be 2 cups. Cook in boiling salted water until soft. Drain and add maître d'hôtel butter. Serve very hot. Maître d'hôtel butter. See page 19 under Family Dinners, menu number 4. Mashed winter squash. Cut squash in pieces. Remove seeds and stringy portion. Put in strainer and cook over boiling water until soft. Remove from strainer, scrape out cooked part from shell, mash, and season with butter, salt, and pepper. Onions in cream. Remove skins from 12 medium-sized onions and cook 1 hour or until soft in boiling salted water to cover, changing the water after the first hour of the cooking. Drain and add 1 tablespoon butter, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1/2 cup cream. Cranberry punch. 3 cups cranberries, 1/4 cup raisins, 2 cups boiling water, 1 1/2 cups sugar, 3 tablespoons lemon juice. Remove seeds from raisins. Cover with boiling water and let cook 1/2 hour. Drain, reserve liquor, and add to cranberries. Cook 8 minutes and force through a sieve. Add sugar and lemon juice and freeze to a mush, using equal parts of finely crushed ice and salt. Serve in punch glasses and garnish top of each with 3 or 4 cooked raisins. Pear salad. Select medium-sized pears, allowing 1 for each person. Wipe and pare. Cut in thin slices crosswise and arrange in original shapes. Place on lettuce leaves and serve with French dressing. See page 6 under Family Dinners, menu number 1. Thanksgiving pudding. 3 1/2 cups milk, 1 1/3 cups rolled crackers, 1 cup sugar, 1/4 cup melted butter, 5 eggs, 1/2 cup cream, 1/2 grated nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 cup raisins, seeded, 1/4 cup citron, finely cut, 1/4 cup currants. Scald milk, pour over crackers, and let stand 1 hour. Add sugar, butter, eggs well beaten, cream, spices, and fruits. Turn into a buttered mold. Set in pan of hot water and bake in a slow oven 3 hours, stirring after the first half hour of the cooking to prevent fruit from settling. Remove from mold and serve with hard sauce. This pudding may be baked the day before it is needed and reheated for serving. If a convenient-sized mold is not at hand, A deep bread pan will serve as the desirable substitute. Hard sauce. Half cup butter, 1 cup powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons milk or cream, half teaspoon vanilla. Cream the butter. Add sugar gradually, continuing the beating. Then milk drop by drop. Beat until very light and add flavoring. Vanilla ice cream, hot chocolate sauce. 1.5 pints heavy cream. 2 cups milk, 1 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons vanilla. Mix ingredients and freeze. Serve with hot chocolate sauce. See page 72 under Family Dinners, menu number 17. Sponge cake. Yolks 6 eggs. 1 2/3 cups powdered sugar. Juice of half lemon. Grated rind of half lemon. Whites 6 eggs. 1 cup flour. 1 teaspoon baking powder. 1/4 teaspoon salt. Beat yolks of eggs until thick and lemon colored and add sugar gradually while continuing the beating. Then add juice and rind of lemon. Beat whites of eggs until stiff and dry and add to fruit mixture. Then cut and fold in flour, mixed and sifted with salt and baking powder. Bake in an unbuttered pan on a slow oven, 1 hour. Christmas dinners. Menu number 1. There was never such a goose. Bob said he didn't believe there was ever such a goose cooked. Its tenderness and flavor, size and cheapness were the themes of universal admiration. Eked out by applesauce and mashed potatoes, it was a sufficient dinner for the whole family. "Oh, a wonderful pudding," Bob Cratchit said, and calmly, too, that he regarded it as the greatest success achieved by Mrs. Cratchit since their marriage. Then Bob proposed a Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us. To which the family re-echoed, God bless us, every one, said Tiny Tim, the last of all. From Dickens' Christmas Carol. Celery consommé, dinner rolls, olives, salted almonds, halibut timbales, shrimp sauce, roast goose, chestnut stuffing, apples and surprise, mashed potatoes, creamed cauliflower, Christmas salad, plum pudding, foamy brandy sauce, bonbons, cream cheese, water thins, café noir. Celery consommé. Blanch the feet of 2 chickens and put in a soup kettle with necks, gizzards, livers, and tips of wings. Add 1 pound knuckle of veal, cut in small pieces, 4 thin slices lean bacon, and 2 quarts cold water. Bring slowly to boiling point and let simmer 2 hours. Then add 1/2 cup carrot, cut in cubes, 1/2 cup onion, cut in slices, 1/4 cup turnip, cut in cubes, 12 peppercorns, 3 cloves, and 1 tablespoon salt. Again, bring to boiling point and let simmer 4 hours. Strain, cool, remove fat, and clear. Wash, scrape, and cut celery in very thin slices. There should be 1/2 cup. Cook in a small quantity of stock until soft. Drain and add to hot consommé. Dinner rolls. 1 cup scalded milk. 2 tablespoons butter. 1 tablespoon sugar, ½ teaspoon salt, 3/4 yeast cake, dissolved in 1/4 cup lukewarm water, flour. Add butter, sugar, and salt to milk. When lukewarm, add dissolved yeast cake and 1½ cups flour. Beat thoroughly, cover, and let rise until light. Cut down and add enough flour to knead. About 1 1/4 cups will be required. Let rise again, toss on floured board, shape in small biscuits. Cover with a cloth and pan, and when well puffed, make a deep crease through the center of each biscuit with the handle of a wooden spoon. Press edges together, place closely in a buttered pan. Cover. Let rise, and bake 12 to 15 minutes in a hot oven. Halibut timbales. 1 pound raw halibut. 1 cup soft breadcrumbs. 1 cup cream. 1 teaspoon salt. 1/4 teaspoon pepper. Few grains cayenne. Few drops onion juice. Whites 4 eggs. Wipe fish and remove skin and bones. There should be 1 pound fish meat. Chop very finely, then rub through a puree strainer. Cook breadcrumbs with cream to form a smooth paste and add gradually into fish, then add seasonings. Beat whites of eggs until stiff and dry and cut and fold into mixture. Turn into slightly buttered individual molds. Set in pan of hot water. Cover with buttered paper and bake until firm. Remove from molds to hot serving dish and pour around shrimp sauce. Shrimp sauce. 1/3 cup butter. 3 tablespoons flour. 1 1/2 cups boiling water. ½ teaspoon salt. 1/8 teaspoon pepper. 2 tablespoons anchovy essence. 1 cup shrimps. Melt 1/2 the butter, add flour, and pour on gradually while stirring constantly water. Bring to boiling point and let boil 5 minutes. Add seasonings, shrimps broken in pieces, and remaining butter bit by bit. Roast goose chestnut stuffing. Singe, wash, clean, stuff, and truss a young goose. Sprinkle with salt and pepper and lay 4 strips of fat salt pork over breast. Put on rack in dripping pan and bake in a hot oven 2 hours, basting every 15 minutes with fat in pan. Remove pork after 1 1/2 hours of the cooking. Remove to hot serving dish and garnish with parsley and strings of holly berries. Chestnut stuffing. Cook 1/2 tablespoons finely chopped shallot with 2 tablespoons butter, 5 minutes. Add 1/4 pound sausage meat finely chopped, 12 fresh mushrooms finely chopped, and 1 cup chestnut puree. Cook 7 minutes. Season with salt and pepper and add 1/2 tablespoon finely chopped parsley. Again, bring to boiling point and add 1/3 cup soft breadcrumbs and 2 dozen whole boiled fresh chestnuts. Cool before using for stuffing. Stuffed apples and surprise. Pare, core, and cut 8 apples in 8ths. Put in stew pan and add 1 cup sweet cider, 1/2 cup maple syrup, 2 slices of lemon, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon butter, and a few gratings nutmeg. Cook until apples are soft and rub through a sieve. Take a thick slice from the stem end of bright red apples and scoop out pulp, leaving apple cups. Fill cups thus made with applesauce, which has been cooled. Mashed potatoes. See page 44 under Family Dinners, menu number 10. Creamed cauliflower. Select a small, firm cauliflower. Remove leaves, cut off stalk, and soak 1 hour head down in cold water to cover. Cook, head up, 20 minutes or until soft in boiling salted water. Drain, separate flowerets, and reheat in 1 1/2 cups white sauce. See page 14 under Family Dinners, menu number 3, and add 1/4 cup grated cheese. Christmas salad. Remove skins from Malaga grapes. Cut in halves lengthwise and remove seeds. Add an equal quantity of English walnut meats, broken in pieces, and 1/2 as much celery, finely chopped. Moisten with French dressing and fill small nests made of lettuce leaves. Trim saltines on ends so that when put together by 4s, they will make squares. Put 4 on each salad plate and tie in place with narrow red ribbon. Insert each box thus made a portion of salad. Garnish with sprigs of holly, bright with red berries. Christmas plum pudding. 1/2 pound stale breadcrumbs. 1 cup scalded milk. 2/3 cup sugar. 5 eggs. 1 cup raisins, seeded, cut in pieces and floured. 2/3 cup currants. 1/2 cup English walnut meats, finely chopped. 1/2 cup finely chopped figs. 1/2 cup finely cut citron. 1/2 pound suet. 1/4 cup brandy. 1/2 grated nutmeg. 3/4 teaspoon cinnamon. 1/3 teaspoon cloves. 1/3 teaspoon mace. 1 1/2 teaspoon salt. Soak breadcrumbs in milk 1 hour. Add sugar, beaten yolks of eggs, raisins, currants, figs, nut meats, and citron. Chop suet and cream by using the hand. Add to first mixture, then add brandy, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, mace, salt, and the whites of eggs beaten stiff. Turn into a buttered, bomb-shaped mold and steam 6 hours. Garnish with holly and send to the table surrounded with burning brandy. Serve with foaming brandy sauce. Foamy brandy sauce. 1/2 cup butter, 1 cup powdered sugar, whites 2 eggs, few grains salt, 1/2 cup heavy cream, beaten stiff, 2 tablespoons brandy. Cream the butter and add sugar gradually, continuing the beating. Put over hot water, add eggs beaten until stiff, and beat until well blended using a wire whisk. Cool and add brandy, salt, and cream. Salted almonds. Blanch 1/4 pound almonds and dry on a towel. Put 1 1/2 tablespoons each, butter and lard, in a saucepan, and when melted and well heated, add almonds and fry until delicately browned, stirring constantly that nuts may brown evenly. Remove with a spoon or a small skimmer, taking as little fat as possible. Drain on brown paper and sprinkle with salt. Christmas dinners, menu number 2. Not what we give, but what we share. For the gift without the giver is bare. Who feeds himself with his alms feeds 3, himself, his hungering neighbor, and me. Clam and tomato consomme. Browned soup rings. olives, salted pecans, fillets of sole, mushroom sauce, roast goose, giblet gravy, frozen apples, riced potatoes, glazed silver skins, pimento timbales, chiffonade salad, English plum pudding, sherry sauce, coffee ice cream, almond cakes, bonbons, crackers, cheese, café noir, clam and tomato consommé. To 1 quart consommé, add 2 cups each, clam water and canned tomatoes. Clear and add soft part of clams. To obtain clam water, wash thoroughly and scrub 2 quarts of clams. Put in a granite stew pan. Add 1/2 cup cold water. Cover closely. Place on front of range and let cook until shells open. Remove clams and strain liquor through double cheesecloth. Consommé. 2 pounds of beef, pour part of the round. 2 pounds knuckle of veal. 1 pound marrowbone. 2 quarts cold water. 1 quart chicken stock. 1 quart cup each carrot, onion, and celery cut in dice. 2 tablespoons butter. 1 tablespoon salt. 12 peppercorns. 3 cloves. 2 sprigs thyme. 2 sprigs parsley. 1 sprig marjoram. 1/3 bay leaf. Wipe meat. Cut in 1/2 inch cubes and brown 1/2 in marrow from marrowbone. Put remaining half in soup kettle with cold water. Add veal cut in pieces, brown meats, and bones. Let stand 1/2 hour. Heat slowly to boiling point and let simmer 4 hours. Add chicken stock and simmer 1 hour. Cook vegetables in butter 5 minutes. Add to soup with seasonings and simmer 1 1/2 hours. Strain. Cool quickly. Remove fat and clear. Browned soup rings. Cut stale bread in 1/3 inch slices and shape with a round cutter. Spread with butter and with a smaller round cutter, shape into rings as wide as they are thick. Cut bread in 1/3 inch slices. Spread with butter and cut slices in sticks as wide as they are thick. Put in dripping pan and bake until brown. Serve 3 sticks through each ring. Fillets of sole, mushroom sauce. Cut 2 soles, flounders, or turbots in 8 fillets. Put in a shallow dish. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Pour over 1/3 cup white wine. Cover and let stand 1 hour. Drain. Dip each fillet separately in heavy cream, then in flour. Fry in deep fat and drain. Remove to hot serving dish. Cover with 1/2 pound mushroom caps, cleaned, peeled, and sautéed in butter, and pour all over the following sauce. Put skin and bones removed from fish in stew pan. Add 5 slices carrot, 2 slices onion, sprig of parsley, bit of bay leaf, and 10 peppercorns. Cover with 2 cups cold water. Bring to a boiling point and let boil until stock is reduced to 1 cup, then strain. Melt 2 tablespoons butter. Add 3 tablespoons flour and pour on gradually fish stock, 1/2 cup heavy cream, and yolks 2 eggs, slightly beaten. Season with salt, pepper, and cayenne. roast goose, giblet gravy. Singe, remove pin feathers. Wash and scrub a young goose in hot soap suds, then draw. Wash in cold water, wipe, stuff, and truss. Sprinkle with salt and pepper and put breast down on rack in dripping pan. Put in a hot oven and bake 2 hours, basting every 15 minutes with fat in pan. Place on back for the last 15 minutes of the cooking. Remove to hot platter and garnish with watercress and bright red cranberries. Stuffing. Put 8 medium-sized hot-boiled potatoes through a potato ricer. Add 1 cup cream, 1/3 cup melted butter, and 3 eggs well beaten. Season with salt and pepper. Giblet gravy. Cook giblets, heart, liver, and gizzard until tender. Drain, reserve stock, and finely chop giblets. Melt 3 tablespoons butter and cook until brown. Add 3 1/2 tablespoons flour and continue the browning. Then pour on gradually while stirring constantly reserved stock. There should be 1 1/2 cups. Add 2 tablespoons Madeira wine and season with salt and pepper. Frozen apples. Wipe, pare, core, and cut 10 apples in quarters. Put in a stew pan, sprinkle with sugar, and add a few grains salt. Cover with boiling water and cook until apples are soft, when water should be nearly evaporated. Rub through a sieve and add 2/3 cup cider and 2 tablespoons lemon juice. Freeze to a mush and serve in cups made from bright red apples. Glazed silver skins. Peel small onions and cook in boiling salted water until tender. Drain and saute in butter, in which is added a small quantity of sugar until delicately browned. Pimento timbales. Line slightly buttered individual tin molds with canned pimentos and fill with chicken forcemeat. Set in a pan of hot water, covered with buttered paper, and bake until firm. Remove from molds. Insert a small sprig of parsley in each and serve with brown mushroom sauce. Chicken forcemeat. Cook 2 tablespoons butter, 1/4 cup stale breadcrumbs, and 2/3 cup milk 5 minutes. Add 1 cup cooked chicken forced through a sieve and 2 eggs slightly beaten. Season with salt and pepper. Brown mushroom sauce. Remove caps from 1/2 pound fresh mushrooms. Wipe and peel. Cut mushroom stems in pieces. Cover with cold water. Bring to boiling point and let boil 20 minutes. Drain and reserve liquor. There should be 1/2 cup. Melt 3 tablespoons butter. Add a few drops onion juice and cook until slightly browned. Then add 3 1/2 tablespoons flour. Pour on gradually while stirring constantly 1 cup cream and mushroom liquor. Add 1 tablespoon beef extract and season with salt and paprika. Cut mushroom caps in slices. Saute in butter 5 minutes and add in sauce just before serving. Chiffonade salad. 2 green peppers, 3 tomatoes, 1/2 bunch celery, 1 grapefruit, 1 head romaine. Boil the peppers 2 minutes. Cool. Remove seeds and shred very finely using scissors. Peel tomatoes and cut in quarters. Clean celery and cut in 1/4 inch pieces. Remove peel and skin from grapefruit, leaving it in sections. Wash romaine and arrange in salad bowl. Arrange the peppers and tomatoes in sections, having them alternate. Place celery in center and cover with sections of grapefruit. Pour over a French dressing and serve. English plum pudding. 1/2 pound stale breadcrumbs. 1 cup scalded milk. 1/2 cup sugar. Yolks 4 eggs. 1/2 pound raisins, seeded and cut in pieces. 1/4 pound currants. 1/4 pound figs, finely chopped. 2 ounces citron, finely cut. 1/2 pound suet. 1/2 nutmeg, grated. 3/4 teaspoon cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon clove. 1/3 teaspoon mace. 1 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1/4 cup brandy. Whites 4 eggs. 1/2 cup English walnut meats, broken into pieces. Soak bread in hot milk and, when cool, add sugar and egg yolks, beaten until thick and lemon-colored. Then add raisins and currants dredged with 2 tablespoons flour, figs, citron, and nut meats. Cream the suet, add spices and salt, and thoroughly combine mixture. Then add brandy and whites of eggs beaten until stiff. Turn into a buttered mold. Cover closely and steam 6 hours. Serve with sherry sauce. Sherry sauce. Beat the yolks of 3 eggs slightly using a silver fork. Add 1/2 cup sugar and 1/2 cup sherry wine. Cook over hot water until mixture thickens. Then pour gradually on the whites of 3 eggs, beaten until stiff, continuing the beating. Coffee ice cream. 2 cups milk. 1/2 cup ground sugar. 1 1/4 cups sugar. 1 tablespoon flour. 1 egg. 1/8 teaspoon salt. 1 quart thin cream. 1 tablespoon vanilla. Scald milk with coffee. Mix sugar, flour, salt, and add egg, slightly beaten. Then pour on, gradually, hot mixture. Cook over hot water 20 minutes, stirring constantly at first and afterwards occasionally. Cool. Add cream and flavoring. Strain through double thickness of cheesecloth and freeze. Almond cakes. 1/2 cup butter. 1 egg. 1/3 cup blanched almonds. 1/2 cup sugar. 1/2 tablespoon cinnamon. 1/4 tablespoon clove. 1/4 tablespoon grated nutmeg. Grated rind, 1/2 lemon. 2 tablespoons brandy. 2 cups flour. Cream the butter. Add eggs well beaten and almonds finely chopped. Then add remaining ingredients. Toss on a floured board and roll to 1/4 inch in thickness. Shape with a round cutter, first dipped in flour, and bake in a slow oven until delicately browned. Salted pecans. Buy pecan nut meats by the pound. Put 1/4 cup olive oil in a small saucepan and when heated, put in nut meats and stir constantly until they are heated and crisp. Remove with a spoon or a small skimmer to brown paper, taking up as little oil as possible, and sprinkle with salt. Repeat until 1/4 pound are fried. It may be necessary to remove some of the salt by wiping nuts with a piece of cheesecloth. Pecan nut meats, having a dark skin, are somewhat difficult to fry as the color does not determine when they are sufficiently cooked. There is a great danger of allowing them to remain in the oil for too long a time. Sweet dreams.